Motherhood is the scariest hood I've been in. What's up, Rollies?
It's the Benz fam,
And we are back with another video. Shout out to all the Rollies that been checking on our baby Cece. We really appreciate y'all sending good vibes, making sure baby Cece's okay.
For those of you that are not following us on social media, make sure you follow us. Snapchat and Instagram is Ash and Wit, so that you can stay up to date with us in real time on all of our day-to-day stuff.
For those of y'all that do follow us on social media, y'all know that we've been going through it this week with Cece. A lot of things been going on, crazy, like crazy shit. Like,
And now I'm sick, to add to that.
And now mama's sick. I wanted to give y'all an update because we had a lot of questions on Instagram about what was going on, what's been going on, is Cece better, all of that.
Before we get into the story, make sure you like this video. Comment down below what your scariest moment with the child was.
Whether that be your own child, your niece and nephew, your grandbaby,
kid, whatever.
Yeah.
This has been ours with baby Cece. This
So
is definitely
far
our scariest moment.
And I'm hoping that this is as scary as it gets with her, because I can't really take it.
She can't.
I'm not built for this. Motherhood is the scariest hood I've been in.
For real.
For real. I don't know,
It's
y'all.
a different hood, y'all.
It's a different hood. If you have not already joined the family, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on, and Lego. Alright, so we're gonna start with Monday. So Monday, baby Cece had a cold. Well, so she went to swimming lessons on Sunday and they made me dunk her. And I swear, you know when you get dunked and you start choking and then you get like a runny nose and your throat hurts? Does that happen? Because I asked baby and she was acting like that don't happen.
I don't really know that much about that.
I feel like that has happened to me when I went swimming, because I can't swim, so I'm used to choking all out, you know, trying to live my best life, but whatever. So Cece kind of had like cold symptoms. She was real boogery. She kind of had a cough, but she was real cuddly and stuff. And so we just assumed she was sick.
When I didn't feel that good that morning either, so I was thinking that maybe me and her was coming down with a little something.
So we started giving her
Zarbee's. It's like this agave ivy leaf cough syrup that is approved for infants. It's like the only thing approved for infants. So we started to give her that, and I felt like that was helping.
Yeah, it kind of was helping. I mean, we just had her laying down and stuff and just keeping her comfy. So Tuesday morning, we was like, all right, we're just gonna keep her in the house all day. So
we did. We basically kept her in the house all day, tried to keep her cozy and stuff. Gave her some soup because I had made some homemade soup for my grandma. But then we had to go get Sai from football practice, so we figured, like, it's warm, it's summertime, so whatever. We're just like, we'll take her out this time, let her get some fresh air. So we had stopped to get food.
Bad idea to take her out of the house that day. Bad idea. Bad.
I was bad mom that day.
So we go to the food place and we're ordering food, and then she's like, oh, I want a horchata, I want one.
They had a coconut horchata, y'all. I ain't never heard about that, but lately I'm obsessed with coconut. I be drinking like hella coconut milk.
She got a coconut head.
You have a coconut head. Really, if you want to really break down,
not
like
really.
A coconut.
Mine's more like a watermelon. Yours is the shape of a coconut.
And this is like the hair on the coconut, and then your skin is like the color of the coconut.
Anyway, so baby gets her drink back, and I'm already knowing that she gonna be in the back seat feeding Cece. And so I turn around and I'm like, don't give her none of that, because there's milk in it.
It's not though, it's rice milk.
Okay, but I'm like, don't give her none of that. Next thing I hear,
that's the noise.
And that's what, when Cece's eating something that's popping, she be like,
yeah, that's what she be doing.
Cece's smacking in the back seat, and I'm looking back there and I'm like, does she like it? Because obviously she's feeding it to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh yeah,
she liked it a lot.
So she's back there guzzling, right?
No.
Back there guzzling. So we pull up to Sai's football, and I get Cece out the car, and her lips, around her lips, there's all these little hives. There's hives all around her eyes. Her whole face is red, and she has bumps all around, like all around. So I'm like, look, she broke out, and Whitney's like, yeah, right. And she looks at her, and Whitney's like, looking like, Oh shit, okay. She did break out.
She did. And it was a while before we were able to get her home. So it was probably like 45 minutes before we were able to get her home and give her some Benadryl. But so we gave her some Benadryl, and then she started like this new weird allergic reaction symptom of like, she was going like,
and y'all know that was it for me.
And so we looked up what was in horchata, because I thought it was like rice milk and cinnamon. So we looked up what's in horchata, and it said something about like rice milk and some kind of ground tiger nuts. And so nuts is always like, uh-oh, does she have a nut allergy? So we got scared.
I'm thinking her throat is closing. I'm thinking my baby can't breathe. You know, I start tripping. We rush out of the house all frantic, and we're riding the Instacare. I'm smashing, as you know, I'm the smash master. Meanwhile, Messiah's bawling, crying. Whitney's like, what is wrong? Why are you crying? He's like, my sister, stop, my sister. He's so sweet. He loves his baby sister. He does not play when it comes to Cece, for real.
When we finally get to Instacare, we waited for about an hour, and then the hive started going away. She wasn't doing that weird breathing thing anymore. So we was like, you know, let's just save our little copay and take her home. She seems fine. We'll follow up with the pediatrician in the morning.
Another bad idea, because we didn't get no sleep. Watching the baby all night. Anytime she moved, breathed, coughed, we was waking up.
She had a rough night though too. Like she was whiny, real whiny and fussy, and like wanted to nurse a lot or whatever. Like she had a rough night. And so when we woke up, baby called the pediatrician. They told us to bring her in. So we brought her in for like a sick visit. Talked to the pediatrician. The pediatrician said that it wasn't really like a huge thing for us to worry about, just to try to like figure out what ingredient it was that she was allergic to.
Which we ain't gonna do anytime soon. We're gonna leave Cece alone.
We ain't gonna give her no horchata, but we do gotta figure out what she's allergic to, so that when we send her with people and stuff, we know her known allergies. If we don't know her allergies and we send her with somebody and she gets something, she gets allergic reaction, it could be all bad. But there was nothing for us to worry about. She just had a little bit of upper respiratory something going on. Keep giving her the cough medicine, all that is basically what the doctor had said.
This is when the shit got real. So that was on Wednesday. So we go to the doctor, whatever. She told us to continue with the medicine we were giving her, which, keep in mind, this medicine is like thick, it's like honey. And so we're like, all right, cool. So we take Cece home, get her comfy. Baby sucks the boogers out of her nose, which Cece hates. So then we're like, all right, let's give her some more medicine. This is when everything went bad. And this is when I became a very bad mom.
And it's probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mind you, I always get on baby about how she gives Cece the medicine, always, because I normally give it the right way. We're giving her the medicine and she starts fussing and moving. For some odd reason, I do what I always tell baby not to do, and I just shoot the medicine in her mouth.
While she was crying.
So this was like at the exact wrong time, because
like the longest time.
Cece like went.
And it went down the wrong
And it like went in her throat, and like, y'all, when I tell you our baby, the look on our baby, like,
she was frantic. She could not breathe.
She couldn't breathe.
Like, she couldn't breathe. She started to turn red.
Like she was like stuck in a breath.
And like trying to cough but couldn't cough. Like she was not.
She was like she looked so scared. Her eyes.
Yeah,
she was
scared.
And she was like, she couldn't breathe. She couldn't breathe. And so,
so I started calling on Jesus, because that's the first thing I do when I get into a pickle is I call Jesus. It's something that I was taught when I was a child, and I still do it. It's like natural instinct. I just
well, I'm glad she did that, because I don't know what I was calling on.
She was a mess. So as soon as she started choking or whatever, we like patting her back, nothing's working, I'm calling on Jesus. So then I flip her over my knee. I didn't remember all of the stuff from CPR, but I remembered enough of it to be like, I think I'm supposed to like kind of flip her over.
But baby was flipping her back and forth and up and down and around in a circle.
Because you kept telling me to pick her up.
And her face was turning red.
You kept telling me to pick her up. I put Cece on my knee and I was hitting her back like this with the palm of my hand.
And I'm looking at her under there, and Cece's like, and her face is all red.
Lift her up, get her up. What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. And so I pick her back up, but like she still is not breathing right. Baby's pacing back and forth, telling me not to do everything I'm doing. I'm like, let me just her down her throat.
The only thing, I didn't know what to do. I just knew what not to do.
But I was doing the right stuff.
She was, because then Cece started throwing up.
Which is what we wanted.
And so she started throwing up, but she was breathing like something was really stuck. Like she was struggling to breathe, and then so it started to get scary. And baby's like, is she turning blue? That's when the eyes start tripping. I don't know what I was doing. I was pacing back and forth. I wanted to give her water, but I didn't know what.
She was yelling at me, telling me what not to do, and so then I'm like, you need to gag her. Put your finger down her throat so she'll throw up. And she's like, that's not what you're supposed to do. And she's like, do you want it to go down or up? And I'm like, we need it to come up. We need it to get out. We rushed downstairs because we're like, hey, we gotta take her to the emergency room. This is not cool at all.
And Cece, just the look on her, she was not okay.
She was so ruffled, and she didn't have her normal color.
No, and she was
had
like,
light skin.
It was like she was like out of it, and she was like nodding off, and she was like, she wasn't like tripping. It was like she was like, I felt like my baby couldn't breathe. I don't know.
Her breathing was real shallow and stuff. So we get downstairs and we're about to walk out the door, but I'm like, let's put her back upside down real quick. So I put her upside down, and then finally I'm like, you need to get a glove and you need to put your finger down her throat and get her to throw up. And so she runs up the stairs and then runs back down the stairs, and then the gloves are upstairs. So then she goes back upstairs to go get the little surgical glove or whatever. And then she puts it on, and I'm like, okay, here, put your finger down her throat. So she's like, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, do it. Put your finger down her throat or give me the glove. And she's like, I can't do it. I don't think this is what we're supposed to do. And I'm like, give me the glove. And she's like, okay. So she finally does it. She gags her. Cece throws up a little bit.
It's sad. It was so sad.
It was very sad.
God, it was so
Cece
sad.
threw up a little bit more, and she's throwing up like a thick mucus, which is her lungs' reaction to the aspiration trying to get the fluid out. So we get in the car. She can't drive. I'm gonna just say that. Like,
did we get there quick?
We got there quick, but I did not feel like it was safe. And so I'm holding Cece because we're trying to keep Cece awake, because she's like falling asleep, and we're trying to keep her awake. So I'm holding her so she's not in a car seat. And we don't live too far from the hospital, but baby's like slamming on her brakes, looking back, keep her awake. And I'm like, you need to pay attention to the road.
Because Cece's nodding out. Cece's nodding out, and Whitney's like, wake up, Cece, wake up. Nigga, wake her up.
Because Cece can feel our energy, and I felt like it was very important that I remained with a calm energy so that she could
you could have woke her ass up because she was falling asleep. I don't know if you're supposed to fall asleep or not. I know when you bump your head, you don't go to sleep, but I don't know about when you can't breathe. I keep my baby awake.
Fast forward, we get to the hospital. Mind you, she almost gets into a wreck around the little roundabout. And so then we pull up, and I kid you not, the car must have skirted because I like flew forward and back. And so I hop out of the car, go in there, and I'm telling the guy what's wrong. He's like, she's not blue, so it should be okay. Ash and Sai come in shortly after me, and the guy is like making small talk. Ash is looking at me like, and so she finally walks off because I'm like, she is doing too much right now.
Cause he's like, oh, based on our address, I used to live there. I'm looking at him like, if you don't get somebody to check my baby's breathing, like I don't care where you lived at, I just don't care, dude. Like I don't. Oh, then he's like, well, we're gonna have somebody come out here and they're gonna weigh her and do all this, and I'm like, well, when are they gonna take her back? Like she's not breathing fine. He's like, oh, well, she's okay. She's breathing fine.
She's not blue, so she's fine. We go in the little room, and the lady's trying to lay this thing out to weigh Cece, and baby is like, I can tell you what she weighs right now. She weighs 20 pounds.
19.11 if you want to be exact. She is 27.5 centimeters tall. Get somebody to check out this baby to see if she's okay.
And they did get us right back, and then the doctor came in like pretty quickly after and was like just looking at her, listening to her and stuff.
And then they put this little blood pressure thing. We're gonna put that picture right here. It was so sad, y'all. I was crying when I was taking her back there. I was crying. I thought I done killed our baby. I don't know. I done hurt my baby. I'm so sorry. I've been apologizing to her all weekend. That doctor visit, I could have bought her Porsche.
It was very,
very be looking at me like, that's on your own budget, because nobody told you.
Nope, I did not want to go to the doctor, and I did not want to take that medicine.
Man,
but it was very, very
then
scary.
they're like, well, we want to take a chest x-ray
to make sure
nothing was
like really wrong.
Yeah, nothing was, what did he call it? Obstructed.
Yeah.
And so I guess if you aspirate and something goes into your lungs, you can get pneumonia or something. So we wait there for hours and hours and hours, and Cece's just not feeling good.
And they told me not to feed her and don't give her no water and all this. But after about 2 hours, I gave her the emptier boob because I'm like, this baby's tired.
The thing that's scary is that she was just laying there, like letting the doctor check her and stuff. Cece don't do that.
It was very scary.
Man, it was sad,
y'all. It was very
sad.
Scary.
To keep it real with you, this has to be one of the my most scariest moments. And for me to be the one that caused it, I felt so bad. I was crying and I don't know.
But I think we make a good team because I feel like...
What did I contribute? The incident? For you to fix? Because I wasn't no good. The next time something happened, I'm called 911.
She was, but I don't know. Like, I think all I need for baby is next time is to not yell at me about what I'm not supposed to do.
Y'all, she had CC doing a backflip, a front flip, a side flip, over here, over there,
so
this side, that side.
We got to the doctor, and the nurse was like, "You put her on your arm." CC big as hell. CC ain't fitting on my arm, so my only option is to put CC over my knee.
Which I do agree, but what my issue was is that baby had her over her knee like this, and this baby was choking.
Oh my god, she's being dramatic.
Cece's face was bright red. I'm like, you gotta sit her up though. You gotta sit her up.
And so that's what she kept saying, sit her up, sit her up. And I'm like, you don't want to sit her up. Gravity's working against you if you sit her up. If you sit her up, things go down. If you tip her over, things come out.
But that's why I said you wanted to go up or down. What you doing?
Up.
Well, you should have carried her to the hospital upside down.
Shut up. But anyway, this was scary.
That was our scariest moment with CC so far. We haven't had any moments like that with Sai, where it was like an emergency and we had to like rush him somewhere or anything like that. So this is a first for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then for me to do it, like I was scared. I was very scared.
But
this got to be one of my scariest moments. Yeah, good thing I did it because baby might been choking on something right now or choke her.
She would have accused me of all kind of stuff like, you just too rough. You don't know what you're doing. Don't give her. That was
karma. That was karma. Like, get your mind together while you talking bad about your wife like that. She don't even act like that. You see how God is good, y'all. God is good. We really appreciate you, God, for getting us through this and teaching her a hard lesson. Y'all comment below though. Comment below your scariest time. I hope that's our last one. I know it's not, but I just, man, if anything happens to our kids, I don't know that I'm gonna be right. So we're gonna have a whole new channel where I'm loco crazy.
But I think we'll be able to handle the situation a little bit better next time.
Because I'm going to call 911 and they can meet me. I'm still gonna drive to the hospital, but I'm gonna tell them what car I'm in.
They be mad about that emergency room bill. Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
Anyway, y'all,
most expensive ride of your life.
We love y'all. Thank you so much for checking on us, making sure everything is cool.
Make sure you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not joined the family.
Follow us on social media. That's how you get in on these things before we get to the vlog. We would have posted yesterday, but we just been making sure Cece was cool. She still has a cold and I'm too scared to give her medicine, so she
won't take it. Cece ain't playing.
She sees the syringe and she is like,
we've been giving it to her in a cup now.
Yeah, so
it works better.
We love y'all. I holla.